A home should be a safe haven, free from violence. A place of comfort and support from the unpredictable outside world. But when domestic violence infiltrates a home, it's often the youngest victims who are affected the most.
There are many children whose mothers are pregnant and are being battered, and the fetus is reacting to this cascade of hormones. And it has been said that those babies are literally marinating in a toxic brew.
It's hard to be able to understand what's happening. I would like to see him again so I could hurt him somehow. Because he shouldn't ever do that to my mom.
When I saw the fighting, I felt scared, nervous.
My oldest daughter had to call the police because he attacked me. She witnessed it. He headbutted me, slammed my head into the stairs, and she called the police.
Exposure to toxic stress during early childhood is one of the greatest public health problems that we face today. In fact, not only impedes their ability to grow and do well in school, but it also has lifelong effects on future health as adults.
I had a toy store to go to my costume. I hit him with it because I was trying to take it from my mom. He said, "If you hit me with that again, I'll whip you with it." So I was like, "So why you keep messing with my mama?" He was like, "So?" And then I hit him again and again. Then he took it from me and whacked me on my wig, and then I started crying.
And what I see in my practice is that these children blame themselves for the fact that they could not make things better. And often they consider themselves to have been worthy of being hurt, worthy of not deserving a good family, and unable to feel safe. And therefore, as one child said, every time I heard the yelling, all I could think of was, I'm worthless.
Brain development is really dependent both on genetics and on experience.
I would have the fuses taken out my car during the day when he'd go to work, so I couldn't drive. So I couldn't go anywhere. I'd check the mileage, check the receipts from the time I left the grocery store and the time I got home. I mean, that's just no way to live. And the kids saw it.
If the brain experiences fear, unpredictability, yelling, hitting, lack of resources, and an incredible amount of emotional kind of abuse within a family, then the child has the potential to grow up to be a fearful, withdrawn, or aggressive child.
A domestic dispute turns deadly when police say a young girl is shot and killed by her own father.
The worst thing about my job is having to deal with a child death. And that's really the saddest statement to make about our society, is that we can't help these children before they end up in the morgue. We need people who will pay attention to the children in their communities, in their neighborhoods, in their friends' homes. And if something doesn't feel right, if something just doesn't seem right about a child, ask questions.
The child who comes with too many layers of clothing on, the child who does not want to go home, the child who will not bring friends to her house, the child who sits withdrawn and quiet in the classroom, the child who can't focus in school.
If you don't get involved, the child will end up being a victim anyway.
The police came because he got tasered. Then he got back up. He kept getting back up. He kept getting tasered. Because they was like this. They put their tasers back in there, and then they was like, freeze.
Since we came to the shelter, I believe the kids have become more secure. They feel safer. They don't have to worry about if they make him mad, is he gonna scream and yell at them?
I think the YWCA does a lot, not just provide safe environments, but to educate to validate, to empower women, to make them step away from those kind of situations, to save the children, to get the women and the children away and to help into safe environs. And I think without the YWCA, our numbers would be significantly higher every year.
I feel like I needed to protect my mom.
I felt safe when we came here.
I feel glad and stuff.
I feel very safe at the YWCA. I feel very safe.
Help put more smiles on the faces of the youngest victims. Support the YWCA.